and today is Friday. Yesterday I went and got weighed, and this is that is my second week on Slimming World diet done. I'm going to be honest, I found it pretty easy. It's been fine. I'm really enjoying cooking. I am enjoying what I'm eating. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I'm not finding it hard work. I'm not hungry. There's a couple of times this week, I didn't go shopping and really plan a lot. So there's a couple of times this week that I've kind of come home and thrown a meal together. Don't get me wrong, I'm still managing to stay on plenty of free foods, but I didn't eat as much fruit and veg as what I did the previous week before. I am still maintaining drinking plenty of green tea, although I am having normal tea as well because I just like tea and I just don't think that I need to remove it all. Do excuse how knackered I look. I've got up, I've not even brushed my hair or done anything. I'm making this video because it's the only time that I've got in the house where nobody else is in. So the second week weigh-in, Tia didn't come with us because she was at, she went to, a rage room, I think it's called, with Lily. So she hadn't been weighed in, so we don't know what she lost this week. And I've tried to get her to go to a group this morning to get weighed, and she's just not feeling it. It's bad though a little bit because next week is my birthday and I'm not going to go to group next week. I've made that conscious decision not to because it's my birthday and I'm going to use a holiday and prolong my free 12 weeks an extra week. I'm hoping that's how that works out. So if I book 2 holidays in the 12 weeks, it means I'm like doing 14 weeks on Slimming World, and it lengthens by a couple of weeks my free 12 weeks that I got with Rotherham. Not really sure how I feel about that yet. Part of me it's like I'm a bit gutted about because it's quite nice to go and get weighed and see how much you've lost that week to keep you motivated. However, it is something like I just need to get my head around the fact that I shouldn't really be focusing on the numbers on the scales and using that as motivation. It needs to be an overall change. Oh God, I just look a right mess, but anyway, here goes. So in terms of weighing, so last week on my first week I lost £12 and this week I lost 3.5, which takes me in 2 weeks to have got my Stone Award. Woohoo! So last week I got into my new stone bracket and got my half a stone. That was my first week weigh-in. And then my second week I've got my Stone Award now. So I've lost 1 stone, 1.5, I think it is. So I'm at 24 stone. And then next week, hopefully, even though I'm not getting weighed, I'll go into a new stone bracket because I really, really quite enjoy going into a new stone bracket and then trying to get rid of that. So I now have 2 certificates, which is, I know it sounds crazy, but it's quite motivating. I was like, come on, let's get through these stones, let's do it. And I quite enjoy having like little aims. So obviously my next little aim is, right, let's get a next half a stone off. I have got, if I've got 7, I've got a lot of stone and a half. I've got 5.5 pounds to lose till my next half a stone. And I'm trying to be in the mindset of, do you know what, sod it how long it takes me to get there. Obviously, I'd like to do it faster than slower, especially these, like, while I'm this heavy and with summer coming up, I really am trying to drop as much as I possibly can. With me being so fat and so heavy, I just like to be lighter so I can enjoy summer a bit easier. Don't get me wrong, I am not going to be anywhere close to being fit and healthy or thin, but just so like walking around gets a bit easier. I haven't done any activity this week really at all. I don't know, I think I've got like a bit of a mental mind block to it. Well, not only that, like I do feel heavy. I ache, like my knee joints ache, my ankle joints ache. I can feel the weight in me just going upstairs. Stuff is hard work. And I'm hoping as the stones I get rid of them, I'm obviously going to be lighter, so that can start being easier. I'm hoping the warmer weather is going to motivate me to start like being more active. I have actually been looking into getting one of the weighted hula hoops. I'm just researching them just like last few days. I think that is something I can do in the house. I'm a little bit embarrassed. I'm hoping that I can kind of do it in private, but I never seem to get any time on my own because Oliver's always here. He's always around. And I just find him quite judgy. He's been quite negative about a lot of this, like starting this healthier eating and stuff. But I don't know. This week, well, yesterday I made the nicest meal. I did stuffed, I got these long, sweet red peppers, pointy peppers, I think they're called, from Aldi. They were 30% off, and I'm like, oh, I usually just buy the regular peppers. We'll do these, we'll get these, stuff them. I stuffed them with the some leftover chili that I made, a vegetable chili the night before, put some cottage cheese in them, put in the oven. I made some air fryer potatoes out. Do you know the canned potatoes that you dry off, spray with fry light and put some seasoning on, put them 200 degrees Celsius in the air fryer for 20 minutes. Oh my God, they are divine. And do you know, if you just need that little bit of something that's not just fruit and veg, they are absolutely brilliant. So I did rice, those potatoes, and I had the stuffed peppers. Jesus Christ, I could eat them every day. They were absolutely gorgeous. Highly recommend. Super fast, super easy. Obviously, you can stuff them with whatever you want. Cottage cheese, just put loads of like seasonings in with it. If you've got some minced meat, if you're not vegetarian, just chuck whatever you've got in them. Shove them in oven with a bit of cottage cheese, seasoning, absolutely delightful. Like the day after, we had them last night, the day after, I'm still thinking about how delightful they are. I also went and did a shop last night because last week, I think I did a shop at the weekend. No, I didn't do a shop at the weekend. I think I went shopping on Thursday and it covered me like Thursday, Friday and Saturday. But then all last week, I've just had other stuff on and I've not been able to go and get fresh fruit and veg. We did have fruit and veg and stuff in, but I've not ate as much because it wasn't there ready for me to come home. I've had omelettes. I've made some really nice omelettes. I've had loads. In the morning, my go-to seems to be fruit or fruit and yogurt. I'm not having cereal. I just don't think it's worth the healthy extras and all the rest of it. Plus then you've got to put milk with it, and I like my milk in tea, so I am done with that. I know that you can put yogurt on it, but do you know Weetabix soaked with yogurt? It's just not, I'm just not feeling it. Maybe later on, or porridge oats, it's just not, I don't think it's worth the points and the sins and the extra calories, so I'm quite happy with my yogurt and fruit at the moment. I have had a couple of days where I've made like a fry up that's free. Being vegetarian, I am just, obviously, I'm just having beans, mushrooms, sometimes potatoes, corn sausage if it's free. On that note, oh my God, I made such a mistake. I've bought 2 packets of the Aldi plant-based meatballs, thinking that they'd be free because the ones that I bought from Iceland that are corn are free. So brought them home, scanned them. They're half a cent per meatball. Like, Oliver can eat those. I'm now going to go and get myself the free ones because they're obviously made with something that is sinnable. And I just don't see the point in it. And I am trying to stick to this. And I know, oh, right, we'll address this also, right? I am getting so much negativity about Slimming World. Like, so much. And it actually makes sense. So, people are saying that, like, say the meatball situation, you can have something that's 130 calories, but they class it as free. And then you can have the exact same thing that's 130 calories, and it's sins. And, like, you can eat as much pasta and rice and potatoes and all these carbs that are, like, quite, like, fundamentally seen as bad for you and not something you should be eating loads of. And people are saying, like, if they do Fitness Pal, if you, like, put in the calorie content, some of the stuff is actually more calories when you're eating them. Another example that I've seen on TikTok and stuff is, like, the gravy granules you can't have, but the Oxo cubes are free. However, they've both got very similar calorie content. It's just not quite making sense to me, that. However, I am jumping in both feet with faith and just sticking to this. So if somebody does later on see this and want to comment and have this like hatred-y kind of thing for oh, it's a load of crap, that diet doesn't work, blah, blah, blah. Maybe fundamentally it does not. Maybe at some point during this like journey, I will change over to like calorie counting, or maybe calorie count on my fitness pal at the side of following what is free foods and stuff like that. I'm not really sure. Oh my god, I've got something in my eyes because I've not had a wash yet this morning. How gross. However, at the moment, I am just quite happy. Just this is making me cook more, eat more healthy, and be a bit more conscious about what I'm eating. I'm writing everything down. I've ate so much fruit and veg and salad over the last 2 weeks, so much more than what I were. I mean, it were a bit of a go-to for us, like when we were tired on a Friday night, to just go and grab a pizza and have a, or do you know, like if we were going shopping and it were late at night after work and then we were coming home and we couldn't bother to cook, while we were out, we'd pick up some pizzas. So we'd all have like a pizza each. I didn't do that last night. I made salad, rice, potatoes, and these stuffed peppers, which I absolutely enjoyed tenfold over a pizza. So as much as people are saying that Slimming World doesn't work, at the moment it's helping me get into a different mindset, sticking to something and really focusing and driving on. And in 2 weeks, I have lost a stone and 1.5 pounds. So at the moment, this is what I'm doing. Not saying that this won't change later, I don't know. For me to have only lost 3.5 pounds as well, like some people are going to maybe disagree with this as well, but like I really wanted to lose 5 pounds this week and I only lost 3.5. Now, 3.5 is not bad, and if you've got lumps of lard, that's fantastic, but I'm really fat and I really want this weight to go. And on one hand, I'm like, oh, even if it comes off at £0.5 pound a week, it's better than where I started, which it is, and I'm grateful for that. However, I would like to, obviously, I don't know, I'm just impatient. I want to be like 5 stone lighter tomorrow. So that's where I'm at with that. Trying to get my head out of that focus because I feel like I lost 3.5 yesterday, but because I've not lost the 5, I felt a bit defeated, which is ridiculous because over a stone in 2 weeks is actually really good. But I'm aware that that's going to slow down. So I don't want to get to a point where I'm thinking, oh my God, this is so rubbish, I'm defeated, I may as well just have a cheat day, blah, 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 blah. In terms of my birthday, I've already got it in my head. I am not having a cheat day. I don't want cake. I don't even miss it at the minute. I don't want to go and eat loads of carbs. I don't want to go for a meal out. I'm just not interested. I am really focused and quite happy to push forward with this. But my downside is that I'm gonna, obviously, like, it's my birthday and I've got to kind of overcome the fact of usually I would eat stuff as part of the celebration. In line with that, I'm also not getting weighed, so then I haven't got the like, oh, I've lost another £2. Oh, let's carry on doing this because I'm going to lose another £2. And 2 weeks could feel like a really long time. But maybe that's a good test for me early on while I'm still feeling fresh and motivated. Who knows? I tried the new the High Five bars, the triple chocolate one I tried last week. Jesus Christ, that is so chocolatey and really nice. So I have got that as a bit of a backup fix. They are, I think, 3 sins each, or 2 of those are your healthy extra Bs, whatever you want to do with that. Oh, my mum is not having any healthy extra Bs or As, and apparently you don't need them and don't have them, and they are extra calories. So I am using them where I want to, but not making a point of, oh my God, I must eat them. I have got no toilet troubles at the moment. I continuously go to the toilet all the time on this diet. I've never known anything like it in my life. I'm not sure that's a good thing or that's a bad thing or what, but my body has got to readjust to eating this much fruit and veg and salad. It's obviously going to take its time. I am drinking plenty of green tea as well, but went to the Aldi yesterday and I'm just drinking my last tea bag of green tea that I had in the house. I wanted to buy some more, but there weren't any. So I've picked these up to try. So there's these herbal teas. This one's, what is it? Mint and ginger with zinc and vitamin D. This one's supposed to help with your digestion. So we shall see with that. I'm going to start trying to vary it up a little bit. This one of the reasons why I've like gone on a bit of a health kick is because my immune system, I think, it's just flawed. I don't know whether I was suffering from long COVID or whether it was what I was eating and how fit I were and like run down and rubbish. But hopefully these will help to boost. And if they don't, it's just a drink anyway. It's better than putting milk in everything. So these are peach and orange with vitamin C. And like I said, it says our expert caffeine-free blend to help support your immune system. So at least I'm reducing caffeine intake too. And then I've got this one that I can start drinking in the evening that's supposed to be like to help your body relax. And this one is passion flower, chamomile and apple and with vitamin B3. And it's to help you with your sleep. So we will see how they are going. There is a new Slimming World magazine out, but my mum's bought it, so I haven't got that now. So I am still reading the Slimming World back copies that I picked up free from somebody. They are actually quite motivating and all nice to read, give you some ideas on stuff to eat, to vary up. But most of all, it's nice to read people that have like lost a considerable amount of weight. Don't get me wrong, like people that have lost like 3.5 stone, each to their own, everybody's got their own journey. And I would never like, I think losing 3.5 stone for some people is as bad as losing 10 stone. But it is quite nice to read stories about people that have had to like, look, she's lost 7 stone 3 pounds. Her there. And it's nice to see that people are losing substantial amount of weight. There is a couple that have had to lose the amount that I have, but I'm not really concentrating on that, on about how much I've got to lose overall. The last time when I did the Cambridge diet, I lost, I think it was just over 6 stone. And I got, the lightest I weighed for that small amount of time that I did was 13 stone 13. So I just got out of the 14 stone bracket. I did actually really like being that way. My body was so much better. Like, I don't know, maybe I didn't really. Anyway, I just looked a lot better and I was quite happy at that. I think I was a size 14 at that size. When I was like, I mean, my body shape might have changed, so this might be completely wrong. But like what I weigh is generally what size I am. So obviously at 14 stone, I'm like a size 14. I'm quite happy with a size 14. That would be a nice place to aim. However, starting at like 25 stone, that is 10 stone to lose just to get to 15 stone, which is a freaking mammoth task, isn't it? That is, do you know when I think about it like that, it is so scary. Like, I want to get out of the like scene 2 at the start of my figures when I get on them scales. For me to do that, I have got to lose 5 stone. Well, over 5 stone. Like 5 stone is such a lot, isn't it? It is a lot. However, I am determined, so I am going to get that. I can't, my first bit, like, I'm aiming first for my 10%, which is, I think it's 2 stone 5 pound I've got to lose, which, well, just over, I think. So let's say 2.56 or whatever you want to say. That I'm aiming for. And that's going to be like the, 10% gone, because you do get a lot of health benefits apparently from losing 10% of your body weight. But I do really, really, really want to lose weight to get to like 19 stone 13. That as like a stone bracket is where, I'm not going to say I'm happy, but where I'm happier, because once I've got out of that 20 zone, I feel like I can, I know it's going to be a slow chip away, but I feel like I can slow chip away at it. I keep saying so that'll be really annoying to watch. But watch this space really, that's where I'm up to this week. Oh, Oliver has, me and him have had some serious run-ins on what he thinks I should be doing and what I'm actually doing. So first of all, it was like the cooking and the fact I'm doing Slimming World and it won't work and all the negative comments regarding that, which, do you know what, quite frankly, I don't need. At least I'm trying to do something. I can handle them, that's no problem. And we've had several arguments about that, especially seeing as though he orders a takeaway every 5 minutes. So that's like done. I'm done with that. Then now is like, oh, you need to move more. Well, I feel really heavy and I just do, my head's just not there yet. Let's just get I want to get my head into this first and be a little bit lighter before I start moving. That is my choice and up to me. I completely agree. I need to shift my ass more. It's not something that I'm arguing out, but I'll do that when I'm ready, because also he's got a physical job, don't get me wrong, but it's not as physical as what he makes out. And he doesn't shift his ass. He ain't like improving his body at all. He can eat whatever he wants, and he is skinny as, and I mean skinny. He's got such a small frame, but he's not muscular. He's not like toned. He's like putting loads of like crap into his body, and he's quite happy to do that. And I'm not bitching at him. I'm leaving him to it. He ordered a curry the other night. I didn't moan at him. I didn't whine. I didn't say how shite it were. Then he's had pizza twice. He gets KFC at work and goes for McDonald's breakfasts. I'm not bitching about that. I mean, don't get me wrong, because he's been bitching about me. I've pointed it out lightly, but I didn't care what he's eating. That's entirely up to him. Do what you want. This is like, in my opinion, I'm doing this for me. So this is what I'm going to do. And I think that is my update. Like, I've ranted now for 20 minutes about what's happened all this week. I've not uploaded as much as what I were in my first week, but I figured people would just get bored. Well, I'm saying people would get bored, but I've been too busy to want to rant, and the main part of me uploading this was for myself, for me to look back on, like fat shaming myself about the motivations and things like that. I just don't have time to do some of them, and if it's for me, then it doesn't really matter how often I'm videoing, I suppose. I will obviously always do a weekly update just to say where I'm up to and what I've lost and stuff like that. But I don't know, I'm quite happy plodding on and doing what I'm doing. And that's about it. So here's the next update or rant.